blade of Ronin. His vice-captain slid between his ribs. Cold. Final. A death earned by trust.
Did you truly believe the Order would protect you forever? Sentiment is a liability, Cassian.
Liability. I gave them 10 years. 10 years of my life, and I was a liability.
His knees hit the mud. Rain hammering down as the knights he'd bled with turned their backs.
Don't look so betrayed. You were never one of us. You were just useful.
Useful. I'll show them useful. I'll make them choke on it.
Then darkness swallowed everything. A suffocating void where sound and light ceased. But curses spoken in blood don't fade. They fester in the silence. And in that place between life and death, a promise festered. They thought they had killed a knight. They had birthed a monster. He woke gasping, clutching his chest. Straw, not mud. The sword was gone.
This body, these hands, I know these scars. They're from before.
Dawn crept through old shutters. He knew this place. The Order's barracks. 3 years burned away.
3 years. The war hasn't started. Ronin hasn't. Elara is still alive. No begging. No second chances. This time I move first.
He slipped into the pre-dawn mist, a phantom leaving behind nothing but empty sheets. In the stable, a black horse stirred. He knew its temperament. In another life, it had been his.
Iron Peak. The dragon. If I bind it first, their betrayal becomes their grave.
Hooves hammered the dark road. He rode without looking back.
They'll call me monster. Fine. I'll teach them the meaning of the word.
The black horse tore through the ancient forest, branches whipping past as Cassian pushed it harder.
Faster. I can't be late. The dragon's vulnerability window is narrow.
A memory surfaced unbidden. Elara falling, a blade in her back, her eyes locking with his as they filmed over.
I arrived too late then, too weak to save her. This time, I'll tear down heaven itself.
The horse's flanks were lathered, but still, it ran, as if it understood the stakes.
The Order will wake to empty barracks and a stolen horse. By then, I'll hold their sacred symbol in chains.
Iron Peak loomed ahead, its jagged summit piercing the storm-racked sky like a broken crown.
There, the lair. 2 hours until the alignment weakens its defenses. I'm not too late.
He abandoned the horse at the base. It would find its way. He had a mountain to climb, and a monster to forge.
No holy offerings, no knight's prayer, just a manacle and a dead man's rage. That will be enough.
The ascent was a vertical hell of loose rock and screaming wind, but his grip never faltered.
The ancient carvings are still here. The lair is just beyond.
He stepped into the darkness, the air thick with the scent of sulfur and old magic.
There, sleeping, the holy dragon, more terrifying than memory could hold.
The creature's breathing was a low rumble that shook the gold coins beneath its shimmering scales. He knelt, placing the manacle on the stone. Runes flared to life, tasting the air.
The alignment is almost exact. Another 10 minutes, and the wards will snap.
Outside, the stars crept into their fatal positions. Inside, Cassian's heart hammered against his ribs.
One mistake, and I am ash. But waiting is what got me killed last time.
The dragon's steady breathing was the only sound, until it stopped. A molten eye snapped open, its vertical pupil contracting as it fixed on the tiny human before it.
It sees me. Good. That rage in its gaze. I know it well. We are not so different.
The roar that followed shattered rock and reason. The mountain groaned as the dragon rose, wings unfurling like cathedral windows.
Now, the wards are broken. There is no power in this world that will save it from me.
He thrust his hand forward, and the manacle blazed. Chains of crimson light erupted, lashing around the dragon's neck and limbs.
Its mind is a fortress of molten hate, but mine is a graveyard of everything I've lost. Break, damn you.
The dragon's will crashed against him like a tidal wave of fire, searing through memories, trying to reduce him to ash.
You showed me her death again. Wrong move. That pain is my fuel. I won't break. I will never break.
The golden fire in the dragon's eyes flickered. Stuttering like a candle in a gale, the chains tightened. A low, reluctant rumble escaped the creature's chest. The binding was holding. The molten gold in the dragon's eyes guttered out, leaving dull bronze. The wildness was gone.
It's done. The dragon is mine. Not the Order's, mine.
Slowly, as if under a great weight, the massive head lowered to the stone. A submission no human had ever witnessed.
No reverence. Rage forged into obedience. It will burn.
He grabbed a neck spine and hoisted himself onto the creature's back, the heat of its scales seeping through his armor.
I can feel its heartbeat. A war drum waiting for my command. Now, we fly.
With a sweep of its cathedral wings, the dragon launched from the lair, shattering the dawn silence.
Half a day's flight. By nightfall, their god will descend on them.
Below, the world shrank to patchwork fields and winding rivers. Above, only the weight of approaching reckoning.
Ronan, Aldrich, every face. I remember, and I am coming.
The fortress of the Night Order rose from the horizon, its white towers gleaming in the dying light.
They have no idea. Their sacred protector, their symbol of divine favor, is now my sword.
Below, a cry went up. Knights pointed at the sky, their voices shrill with disbelief.
Who dares profane the holy dragon? Seize them!
But before anyone could move, a roar split the air. The dragon descended, wings beating like war drums. It landed with an earth-shaking crash, and Cassian dismounted, his voice cutting through the dust.
Ronan, I remember what you did. And I haven't come to talk.
He called my name. He knows. But he was dead. How?
The knights hesitated, their sacred symbol, now a monster under another's command. Panic rippled through the ranks.
Good. Let them squirm. The real pain hasn't even started. You slid a blade into my spine and left me in the mud, Ronan. The rain washed the blood away, but I remember.
Cassian, you've lost your mind. I would never.
The knights stood frozen, their loyalty wavering between the vice captain and the man who commanded their sacred beast.
I saw your smile as you pulled the blade free. Sentiment is a liability. Were those not your exact words?
He knows the exact words. This is impossible. I must turn the knights against him now. You hear this madness? He has enslaved the holy dragon. He is a heretic and a traitor. Seize him.
The dragon obeys me because I am not the one who corrupted it. Ask yourself, Ronan who gave the order to leave me for dead.
For a heartbeat, the courtyard was silent. The accusation hung in the air, too specific, too damning to dismiss.
He's making them doubt. I need to shut him up now, or everything unravels.
You are afraid. Good. Fear is the first lesson I'll teach you.
Kill him, bring down the heretic, and reclaim the holy dragon.
The knights surged forward, swords raised, a wave of steel and fear. Cassian spoke a single command, and the dragon's chest glowed with silver fire. The breath swept across the courtyard. Knights screamed as shields melted and armor turned to slag.
He's unstoppable. I need to retreat, regroup. This isn't over.
Through the chaos, Cassian glimpsed Alara in the chapel window, her hand pressed to the glass, eyes wide with terror.
She's watching. In another life, I'd have died to protect that innocence. Now, I am the nightmare.
When the silver fire faded, the charge was broken. Bodies littered the stones. The holy dragon had become a slaughter.
I must reach the sorcerer. He will have some dark answer for this monster.
Run. Ronan, crawl back to whatever shadow holds your leash. But I will follow, and I will bury you.
He left the dragon in the courtyard and pushed open the chapel doors, the scent of incense and old stone washing over him.
Cassian, Number, you are not him. The man I knew wouldn't bring death to our home.
She looks at me like I am the monster. Maybe I am, but she's alive. That's the point. Ilara. Listen, Ronan and the Order, they murdered me in another life. They killed you. I had to stop it.
Another life. You are delusional. That creature outside is proof you've lost yourself to darkness.
He reached for her hand, but she pulled back, as if burned, her back against the cold stone altar.
Her fear. It's worse than any blade. I can't force her to understand, not yet.
If you have a shred of the old Cassian left, prove it. Don't kill Ronan. Justice, not slaughter.
Ronan doesn't deserve mercy, but for you, I'll try to hold back. Stay here where it's safe.
She didn't answer. As he walked back to the dragon, the silence between them was a heavier chain than any manacle. Cassian stepped back into the smoke-choked courtyard. Beyond the carnage, a violet light flickered. A dark portal, tearing the air. A bloodied hand caught his boot. A dying knight, his eyes wide with terror, pulled Cassian close.
Who sent you? Tell me now, and I'll let you die in peace.
The man's trembling hand pressed a folded parchment into Cassian's palm. Its seal, a serpent coiled around a skull. The knight gasped his last words. The Order was hollow, a sorcerer's puppet. Ronan merely opened the door. Cassian's head snapped up. Across the courtyard, Ronan glanced back one final time before stepping into the violet rift.
He's not the mastermind, just a coward running to his real master.
The portal snapped shut, leaving a faint smell of ozone and decay. The sorcerer was out there, and Ronan was the key.
This insignia, I've seen it before, in the old tunnels under the fortress. That's where I'll find answers. Dragon, stay and guard Ilara. I have a darker hunt.
He descended into the fortress undercroft, torchlight catching ancient runes that seemed to writhe in the gloom.
The serpent and skull. These carvings match the insignia. This is the sorcerer's lair.
A cold wind stirred the dust, and the shadows ahead coalesced into a figure wreathed in violet flame.
So the dead walk. I should thank you, Cassian. Your theft of the dragon broke the last seal over this realm.
You are the one who poisoned the Order. Where is Ronan?
Ronan, a useful pawn, nothing more. He serves my purpose still, as does the girl. Her blood is the final key.
Ilara. She's not just a bargaining chip. She's central to his plan. I left her guarded, but is it enough?
Darkness erupted from Malachi's staff, sealing the tunnel behind Cassian. Escape was no longer an option.
3 years, I've waited for this convergence. Your rage, her lineage, the dragon's binding, all pieces I set in motion.
You set nothing. I broke your chain when I refused to die, and I'll break you.
But the sorcerer only laughed, a sound like grinding stone. Ilara's bloodline predates your Order. She is the gate.
Gate? He means the demon realm, and I left her alone.
Malachi raised a hand, and the shadows twisted into a mirror showing the chapel above. Black tendrils burst through the stone floor, winding around Ilara's arms and waist. The dragon roared, but dark chains held it fast.
Her blood is the key. Surrender the dragon's command, or watch her die.
Cassian lunged, but the tendrils tightened, and Ilara's scream froze him mid-step.
If I attack, he kills her. If I surrender, we all die.
In the smoky mirror, Ilara's terrified eyes met his, a silent plea for mercy.
Choose Cassian, revenge, or her life. You cannot have both.
And there in the dark, Cassian felt the chains of destiny tight around his own throat. Malachi flicked his wrist. A lance of violet energy shot from the mirror, not at Cassian, but through the chapel floor to the bound dragon. The dragon's pained roar shook the fortress, drowning even Ilara's screams. Cassian's heart clenched.
He's killing it to force my hand. The dragon is the only thing holding off these demons.
Through the mirror, Cassian saw the dragon collapse, dark magic eating into its scales. Blood golden and steaming, pooled beneath it.
If I don't act now, I lose both. There's one way. You think I'll surrender? I'll give you nothing.
He raised the manacled wrist, his eyes burning with a terrible resolve.
Dragon, I command you, unleash your life force. Burn through these chains and strike him down.
The manacle glowed, and the dragon's eyes, though dimmed, flared with one last ember of molten gold. The air crackled. The binding was breaking, and with it, the dragon's final gift. The dragon's body ignited, a white-hot sun in the chapel. The dark chains shattered, and a beam of pure life force surged toward Malachi. The beam struck the sorcerer square in the chest. His barrier screamed, then cracked. Black tendrils snapped away from Elara. Cassian felt the manacle on his wrist splinter, runes dying. The binding was gone. Through the smoke, Cassian saw Elara slide limply from the altar, free.
She's alive, but the dragon...
The holy beast crumpled, golden blood pooling, its eyes dimming to dark coals.
I used it. A weapon and a shield, and now it's gone.
Malachi staggered, clutching his smoking chest. But he wasn't finished. The sorcerer's eyes blazed with fury, and dark energy still coiled around him. Cassian stood between the dying dragon and the fallen Elara, his own body changing, scales rippling beneath his skin. The dragon's dying essence surged into him. His eyes split into vertical slits, teeth sharpening into fangs. Scales spread like wildfire across his skin.
This power, it's the dragon's rage given form. I am the monster now.
He threw himself forward, a blur of claws and rage. Malachi barely raised a ward in time. The barrier cracked instantly. Spiderwebs of violet light. Malachi's eyes widened.
Impossible. That beast's life force has made you a true abomination.
Cassian didn't answer. His clawed hand ripped through the barrier like parchment, and he was inside Malachi's guard. A fist drove into the sorcerer's chest, sending him skidding across the stone, dark armor sparking. The sorcerer's staff clattered away. For the first time, fear flickered behind the violet fire.
I can feel my mind slipping, but I don't care. I just need to tear him apart.
He loomed over the sorcerer, claws extended, a guttural growl replacing his voice. The monster was fully in control. A wet rasp escaped the sorcerer's lips. Finish it, then. Malachi spat, but Cassian's head had already turned. From behind a fallen pillar, a familiar coward crawled into the flickering light.
Cassian, please. It was the sorcerer. He warped my mind. I never would have.
Lies. Even now, he blames another. There is no mercy left in this body.
He was on him before the plea finished. Clawed fingers closed around the traitor's neck, lifting him like a rag doll. With a single, savage twist, Cassian tore out Ronan's throat. Blood misted the air. The body hit the stone with a wet thud, limbs twitching once before still.
Cassian, no? What have you become?
On her knees, she covered her mouth, tears cutting tracks through the grime. Her Cassian was gone. He turned from her, the last flicker of regret dying. Malachi still breathed. He turned back to the sorcerer, ignoring the sound of Elara's sobs behind him.
This ends now. No more words. No more pain.
He lunged, clawed fist, driving forward with the last vestiges of the dragon's strength. The blow pierced through Malachi's chest. Violet light erupted from the wound, then went still. The sorcerer crumbled, body turning to ash before it hit the stone. Dark magic winked out of existence. Then, silence. Only the ragged edge of Elara's weeping and the dragon's failing heartbeats remained. Cassian stood among the corpses, chest heaving. The scales on his skin slowly began to recede.
I won. So why does it feel like I've lost everything?
Across the chapel, Elara's red-rimmed eyes met his. The girl he loved was gone. A stranger looked back. The dragon released one last shuddering breath, and then its great heart stilled. Cassian was truly alone. Elara rose shakily, her dress torn, her face a mask of grief and fury.
You are not a knight. You are worse than the Order ever was. You are a butcher.
Butcher, I saved her life, but I can't explain what I've become.
I begged for justice. You gave me slaughter. The holy dragon was sacred, and you used it as a tool for revenge.
I can't defend it. She's right. I became the very evil I swore to destroy.
Don't follow me. I never want to see you again.
She turned and walked toward the shattered gate. Her steps were steady. She didn't look back.
She'll never know I died for her once, that I traded my soul to save her. It doesn't matter now.
He stood among the dead, her footsteps fading into silence. The victory was his, and it tasted of ash. The monster had won, and the monster was alone. Slowly, he walked to the dragon's body. Each footstep echoed in the empty chapel. He knelt and touched the cooling snout. The scales, once radiant, were now dull stone.
I'll make you all pay. Those were my last words. The curse came true. But what did I pay? Everything. The monster I birthed consumed it all. You deserved better than this. A weapon forged by a dead man's rage. I am sorry.
He remained like that, unmoving, as the sun sank lower and shadows stretched long. Finally, he rose. There was nothing left for him here but ghosts and ashes.
Where do I go now? I have no order, no purpose, no her.
He walked through the shattered gate without looking back. The fortress crumbled behind him, a tomb for his revenge. The road ahead was dark and empty, and so was he. Years bled into one another. Cassian became a shadow on the roads, a tale to frighten children and warn the ambitious. They called him the Dragon's Wraith, the Butcher of the Order. Names that meant nothing to a dead man walking, but even a wraith remembers. One evening, his wanderings brought him to a quiet village where the air smelled of apple blossoms. He saw her before she saw him. Elara, kneeling in a garden, her auburn hair loose, chasing a small girl through the flowers.
She's smiling. Genuinely. A smile I never gave her.
The child called her Mama, and Cassian's chest tightened. He hadn't known he could still feel pain.
She built a life. A good one. Far from the blood and fire I brought.
He watched until the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of regret. Then he pulled his hood lower. He didn't step into the light. He didn't call her name. Some ghosts deserve to stay dead. The legend of the Dragon's Wraith would fade. But the monster who once was Cassian walked on, into the silent dark. The forest swallowed him, ancient and indifferent. The only sound was the squelch of his boots in the damp earth.
Even the trees seemed to lean away, as if they know what I am.
He came to a clearing where moonlight pooled in a shallow basin. A puddle of still water, black as ink.
I haven't looked at myself in years. Not since the chapel. What stares back now?
He crouched and looked. The face that gazed up was not his own. Dragon horns curved from his temples. Scales dusted his cheekbones. The eyes were slitted gold, and they burned.
This is what I've become. The curse made flesh.
For a long moment, he simply stared. And then, slowly, the corner of his mouth curled.
They wanted a monster. They got one.
He rose, and the shadows swallowed him whole. The puddle rippled once, and then was still.